Green Bay at Dallas. Who you taking?
I think this is one of the ones where, much like the Dolphins-Chiefs, it's more of a no-brainer. But again, not to discredit the Packers, I think that this could be a very close game. Like, I do think it could be. But the Cowboys have no... This is what I'm going to say. The Cowboys have no reason not to win this game. Like, the Packers don't overshadow them in any area. They're much younger. And that's the main thing that it comes down to is, like, to beat a team in the playoffs, you kind of have to have one area that you shine in that they're a little weak in. And the Packers just don't have that. The fact that the Packers are even in this position is miraculous for them, which is awesome if you're a Packers fan. Also, side note, shout out to Jair Alexander. Man said like 6 weeks ago they were going to win out and go to the playoffs, and everyone was like, including me and everyone, I'm sure was like, what the fuck? Dude's insane. No, sure enough, Jair Alexander, I don't know what he was on.
Right.
He was he knew exactly what he was talking about. So shout out to you, Jair. And I think too, side note, shout out to the Packers, be able to win the most important game of the year without Jair, and now you get him back. But I think the Packers are what they are. A team that definitely overwhelmed very heavy, but now is perhaps the reckoning of that. Or you might have
overperformed.
Exactly. Yeah. Like they overperformed, and which is awesome. Like that, if you're a Packers fan, there's nothing to be, even if the Packers lose this game 49-0, you should have nothing to be upset about. But obviously the Packers want their team to win. But the reality is that I'm just gonna leave it at this, and I'll have more to say in a second after you talk to. But the Cowboys have no reason not to lose, and that's just what I'm gonna lock it in at right now.
I feel like this is gonna be a pretty close game, honestly. Just because like my issue with the Cowboys is like I know they should really win this game, but every year in the playoffs they just kind of like fold. So my thing is like I could very easily see this game folding, like the Cowboys folding and the Packers taking it. Now, do I think the Packers get past the second round? No. But I will say this. The Cowboys have a history of folding, and I think there's very, very heavy expectations on them to go to the NFC Championship. And I think if they do not go to the NFC Championship, Mike McCarthy is fired. So it's really going to be like, how much do these players want to fight for McCarthy? And also, I mean, I feel like this is a storyline that's not being talked about. Mike McCarthy won a Super Bowl with the Packers. Like, he is playing his team that he won a Super Bowl with. So not only would it be symbolic for him to win, but if he were to lose, it would just look very, very bad on him. Like, this is probably the worst matchup that he could have got week one outside of the 49ers.
Well, best for him, you mean?
No, worst. Think about if you lose. Well, you lose to a 7
I
seed.
misunderstood what you're saying, but like in terms of how he should win it.
Yeah, he should win it. It would be very symbolic if he won it, but if he loses to a team that he left that snuck in as the 7 seed,
oh, he's gone.
He's gone.
There's not a doubt about it.
Mike McCarthy is coaching for his career right now, and his team is, oh my God, all the signs are pointing to the Packers are going to win this. Think about it. He needs to win. They're the favorite. They have the more talented team. The Packers are the youngest team in the NFL.
And bro, the Cowboys are the choke kings.
Oh, it's over. It's over, bro. It's over.
I swear you're
the
locking
Packers
it
are
in.
going to win this game.
Oh, no.
I think I'm going to take the Packers.
So here's my thing. So
Even though I know the Cowboys should win.
I think I'll say this, but this is my final conclusion on the Packers, though. If the Pack can win this game, it's going to come down to two things. Jordan Love having no turnovers. And I'll say this, to put it into a numbers thing. Aaron Jones, at least 50 yards receiving. He's going to have to torch some of those linebackers in space. Definitely going to be a big thing. And it's going to have to be his biggest game of the season. He's going to have to go over 100 yards on the ground again. Because he's done it last 2 weeks. If he can have an Alvin Kamara-esque Aaron Jones week, which we know he can. Aaron Jones has the potential to turn to one of the best backs in the league at the snap of a finger. If that can happen this week, torch those linebackers in space, cook them on the ground, there's no doubt the Packers could definitely walk away with this one. I just don't think it's likely. But
I don't
now
think it's
after hearing
likely
everything
either,
you just said and the
doesn't
Cowboys
it make sense?
Pedigree over the last 20 years, it's scary if you're out there in Dallas.
Scary hours in Dallas. I mean, Cowboys have a better offense, better defense.
No, that's the thing is the Packers have not one area that they shadow.
That's why they're going to win, though.
That's why.
That's how it works.
Mike McCarthy there would literally be not a doubt about it.
It's just it would
and
be
if you're a
such
Cowboys fan, then you'd have to be
Cowboys fumble.
That would be the worst position to be in too, where you get rid of him at the point where like everyone already kind of knows what they're going to do with their coach, and now you're way behind the 8 ball because you started way later than everyone else.
Well, I didn't say this before, but I also think that if the Steelers lose, I'm not totally convinced that Mike Tomlin doesn't walk away for a year.
I've heard a few people. I've heard rumblings about that too. It's with a guy like Tomlin though. I never have a prediction on what he's going to do. I feel like a guy like Tomlin could like change how he's thinking like any second. Like he's just like
Yeah,
he
I
could be like,
agree.
fuck it, I'm back. Like so, it's like I'm gonna have to wait and see with that, but it's definitely a storyline to follow.
All right, so you're locking it in with Dallas.
I'm locking into with Dallas, even though I agree it's gonna be a close game.
Who has a better day in the air, Dak Prescott or Jordan Love?
Tough. Because with that Packett and Jair back, it's gonna be interesting. And we know this thing is Dak. Dak scares me. Like Dak, I need to see him have the big game in the big moment. Oh man, call me crazy. I could see Jordan Love having more passing yards than him though. Even with the Cowboys win, I could see it. I'm gonna go J Love. I think J Love has to, no matter what. Like J Love has to have a great game. And he knows it no matter what. Like even if they have a chance.
I feel like Dak is either gonna light it up or it's just gonna be the Jordan Love show.
If it's the Jordan Love show, the social media landscape is going to go
explode
ballistic. And I will be going ballistic because I've been a truther for the fucking.
Listen, I'm a Bears fan, but I've been pretty honest about Jordan Love since the beginning of the year. I think he's going to be a good quarterback, and he's shown it. So